Welcome to my review of Until Dawn. Some really bad puns and jokes in here. And now for a musical opening.
So, you have committed to commence with this game.
I have. This really does set the scene.
I really want to spend some quality time with each and every one of you and just share some moments that we'll never forget.
Oh, I'm sure we won't.
Can't change what happened last year. You can only affect the future.
Yeah.
Move on.
Moving on. I just like this song. So, Until Dawn is a game that really encapsulates the sort of 90s horror interactive telltale experience. The whole concept of this is there's a group of friends, 8 friends, who have returned to the scene of a horrible tragedy. Now, that's not foreboding, is it? So, the scene or the context of this adventure is up high on an isolated mountain in the middle of winter. Of course, that's exactly where you'd want to be. The cast, well, let's just say it's a little bit teen horror-ish, with all the tropes and all the caricatures. And throughout the game, you'll actually end up playing pretty much all of these characters at one point or another. Including some very unexpected short performances. So,
Hello?
as I mentioned,
Someone there?
it has a whole heap of throwbacks to the Telltale style of games, but with much better cinematic graphics. There's a lot of follow the breadcrumb type adventuring. So it's not open world in the sense of the tracks and the paths are fairly well defined, but you do have a sense of a little bit of choose your own adventure, one quick time event at a time. So don't expect too many challenges, and as I'll mention a little bit later on, this is a source of some disappointment in the game. And meaningless stats. I have no idea what these stats are supposed to mean.
You hungry? Huh?
So it is interactive in a sense, and so the novel use of the motion control I did like. There's throughout the game a whole range of different totem collectibles. They give a range of clues or warnings or guidance, but they're also not that important and not that useful. Likewise, you're encouraged to search throughout the world for a range of different clues on a number of different mysteries.
Sometimes these things can be a little scary,
Ooh.
even terrifying.
Put your seatbelts on.
Sure that no matter how upsetting things may get,
What did I do? Ah!
you will always find a way to work through it.
That's very reassuring. So this game has a lot of jump scares, and they are pretty effective.
Scare you, sort of scare you, but not like for real scare you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, wow.
Oh my gosh!
Really sorry, Ash. Damn.
It's okay, it's fine.
What are you looking at? See anything juicy with that thing? Let me check it out.
And the game does give you a number of different dilemmas,
Butterfly effect.
choices that
Chris.
affect the way the game plays.
Ashley.
Or do they? The other thing I would have to say, so the acting, you know, there are some good actors there.
What is that?
Rami Malek is one of them.
What are you talking about?
But
Oh my god, we gotta get out of here.
it is pretty hammy. Very much in the vein of
No,
those sort of
this is
90s
insane.
teen
We need to go
horrors.
get some help.
We're gonna
Oh no! Oh my god!
Now.
Chris.
Dramatic pausing.
Alright, who knows who'll be next, right? We just gotta go.
Yeah, it's the only sane thing to do. We'll go get help.
No, you just want to save yourself.
No, I just don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed. You can get everyone else together and I'll go get help. With Matt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that dramatic or comical? I'm not sure which.
Things are getting pretty tense up there, aren't they? Is the night going the way you hoped it would?
As well as the jump scares, there are some genuine moments of brilliance in the game. That moment really did give me chills.
Do you intend to continue with this elaborate self-indulgence?
So, you know, you're given this concept of this, you know, every step matters, every action matters, but it doesn't. So, for example, you know, there's a lot of these quick time events that, you know, you kind of feel it's critical getting right, but it doesn't actually change anything. You could be doing this for like 2 hours literally, and it wouldn't change the outcome of the game. And that sort of feeling is where some of that disappointment comes in. You know, the game just continues as if nothing happened. The other thing that is a little bit frustrating is that because you're searching for a lot of these collectibles and clues, you end up just walking around a lot in the dark. It becomes more annoying than scary. So at one level the game is fairly predictable as a horror game, but if you've seen the movie Dusk to Dawn, you realise that sometimes there can be a bit of a twist. Look, I like this game. It's simple, it's fun, it's not too pretentious, it doesn't try to be anything more than what it is. 8 to 10 hours of great fun, great effects, beautiful graphics, some over-the-top moments, and it's also fun to explore how do I get, you know, either certain people to die or to survive in that really 90s teen horror sort of way. And it has some pretty good jump scares. So, on the downside though, it really is that lack of real consequences for your actions that, you know, detracts from the game. Plus there's so much slow walking. It was painful. And that, in general, there was a fairly slow start to the game. Trying to find all those collectibles is just a pain, and it leads to really uneven pacing, and it really detracts from the scariness, and there's so much cringy acting, but it's really that unlimited, limited choice. Overall, look, I had a really good time with the game. It was plenty of light entertainment that kept me, you know, wanting to know more, wanting to play more. 7.9 out of 10. Definitely some adult content, so be warned. So while it might not pick up any Oscars, you can scare yourself silly and then laugh till it hurts. And that's a pretty good evening in my book.